Good morning and welcome to WWDC.
What an event it was, simply mesmerizing to watch all of the cinematic segment transitions all around the Apple Park and one undisclosed place, but Apple seriously showed us their cinematic universe, and this lockdown really needs to end now, because if these events remain online by companies like Apple, we YouTubers will certainly have to retire. So fun aside, the WWDC 2020 really showed us some futuristic updates from iOS, iPadOS, tvOS, watchOS, and the macOS, and the list goes on and on. But in the last video, I showed you my iPhone 7 Plus, which has the all new latest developer beta of iOS 14. And now in this video, as I promised, I will show you the 14 new and cool features that will make iOS 14 one of the greatest and the best Apple iOS updates ever. Alright, so starting with our first new and big change, that is the all new app library included on the home screen. As you can see that the app library has all the apps that are arranged according to the work they do, and the Apple has done their machine learning and AI algorithm to deploy all these apps according to the work they do. Like in the entertainment, they have put all the apps of the entertainment, productivity, social, reference and reading, and you can see they have arranged all the apps including the recently added and the suggestions also that you may use according to Siri. So that's a very handy and a game-changing feature from Apple. Now coming to our second new features, you have already seen all new widgets. We can finally add widgets to our home screen, the feature Android users were bragging about for years. So finally we are having this feature in our iOS device also, and these widgets really looked awesome and cool. And you can also long press and add the plus sign to search all the available widgets. You can see all the podcast widgets, and you can select all the sizes according to the widget, small, medium or large, and you can set all the widgets on the home screen. So that's a really awesome and I think the most important feature according to me for the iOS 14. Now moving towards our other feature, that is the picture in picture. That is also the feature that Android users were bragging about for years, and now like if you use an Apple TV app to watch something, and if you just minimize it, you can see all new picture in picture in action. And this is also a very game-changing and a handy feature for all the iPhone users. Now coming to our next feature is the all new Translate app by Apple, and this is a very exciting and cool app because this app allows us to talk to anyone face to face without even having an internet connection. So if you are traveling to another country where people don't speak your home language, it's very convenient because you can talk to them now with the all new Translate app of Apple. Now moving to towards our next feature, this is a very game-changing feature because you can see when any of the apps use camera, you will get a green dot like this in your app, whichever app uses your camera. And if a certain app uses your microphone access, then you can see the light will give you an orange dot like this. So it's very handy and convenient because you can now know which of the apps are using your microphone and which of the apps are using your camera access without telling you. So this is a very game-changing privacy feature from Apple, and that's the reason why people like Apple a lot. Now another feature which is very accessible for us all is that the phone calls and the FaceTime calls will not cover the full screen. Now let me show you a demo of this. Suppose I am on my Apple Maps app and suddenly someone calls me from FaceTime. You can see that their call is appearing on the top rather than covering the full screen. So that's a really handy, another handy feature from Apple. And this year Apple majorly focused on providing us all the handy accessible features. Now coming to our next improvement is now Siri is also more compact. As you can see this new shiny icon that looks very futuristic, and it doesn't cover our full screen now. So that's also very handy because Siri is short, Siri is small, and according to Apple, the searches on Siri increased 2x over the time span of 2 to 3 years. So that's also a good improvement on part of Apple. Now coming to our next feature, it's little annoying for me because it's the all new sound recognition feature by Apple, and as you can see from the morning itself I have got this much of sound recognition notifications. Because if you do any of the voice, like if you talk a little bit high, or if you turn on your water tap, or if you even turn on the volume of your songs, it will alert you that they have recognized a sound and they will pop up on your screen. So I will rather turn off this feature. Now apart from all these features, there are some other cool features as well which I can't show you on the device because they have not arrived yet, or my iPhone 7 Plus doesn't support them. So the ninth feature is the support for the default apps. Yes, Apple has finally enabled us to choose our default mail app and the default browser apps, and we all users are clearly waiting for the day when we can choose all of the apps, not just the browser or the mail app, and this is a very welcoming step from Apple. Now moving towards our next new improvement, that is the app clips. Yes, app clips is the all new features. They are the like tiny miniature versions of the app which automatically allows you to access basically every app without actually downloading the particular app. So that's also a cool feature to have, and I'm also looking forward to test that feature out because we generally need to have so many apps, like for our coffee shop many apps, like for our taxi apps, for the bicycle sharing. So that can certainly reduce the load and certainly reduce the amount of apps on our device also. Now apart from that, there are some other cool features as well, such as the double tap to enable Google Assistant or triple tap to use any of the accessibility settings. Yes, Apple is finally giving us this feature in which we can double tap the back of our device or triple tap the back of our device to use many accessibility features, including accessing Google Assistant. Yes, you can double tap on your iPhone. Basically this feature is available only on the iPhones which are having notch for now, so my iPhone 7 Plus can't do that. So you just have to double tap on the back of the iPhone and it can launch many new features. And basically many YouTubers, including MKBHD, they showed us that by double tap you can use the Google Assistant. Now moving forward, we are also having now some new features in FaceTime, like the people who will show you sign languages, like they can't talk, they use sign languages, they will be automatically put on the top of the FaceTime chat. So that is also a good and handy feature. Now moving towards our other feature, that is the all new cycling feature. The Apple Maps will show you the all new cycling routes, and also for the electric vehicles, the electric vehicle users are also getting a major update, because on the Apple Maps you can now see in your current route how many electric vehicle charging points are present in your current route in which you are traveling, and also you can check the status of your charging of your electric vehicles. So that is also a game-changing feature for the Apple Maps. Apart from that, coming to our 14th and the last feature which I want to discuss with you today is the Memoji customization. Yes, you might heard of the word Memoji, and you might heard that word during the last Apple event, September event, or the WWDC, because normally people don't discuss Memojis a lot, but in the WWDC Apple announced some new faces, new face designs, and also we are getting now a face mask on our Memoji too. Well, you know the time in which we are living, and a stupid disease has made big companies do such type of things like enabling your watch to track your washing, or making some masks for your emojis. We can't do anything, so that's the customization available in the Memoji right now. You can use the mask, and also in the watch OS you can track your washing time, all thanks to one stupid disease. So these were all the cool new features, the 14 cool features according to me, which are the game-changing features of the iOS 14 and are taking the Apple to the next level in the iOS game. And maybe I might have missed some features, but sorry for that if I have missed any feature or I didn't cover any of the important feature, but those were all the features which I liked the most, and in my device I tested only that features. And for my review of the developer beta 1, I really like this developer beta, not only because it's smooth and stable, but it brought so many of the good features which we iOS users were like telling Apple to introduce year by year. So that's a pretty good update, but I will suggest you not to download this update on your primary device, because if you download this update on your primary device, chances are that some of the apps may not work because they are not updated to the latest OS, and some of the apps may crash your device also. So it's not recommended to download the beta version, so wait for the official build. I have also installed this on my secondary device, which is iPhone 7 Plus. So let's wait for the fall for this iOS 14, but this looks really promising to me, and the iPhone 12 is also going to be groundbreaking according to me by what features Apple have launched now. So that's it. What do you all think of the new iOS 14? You also tell me in the comment section below. I would love to hear that out. And that's it for the video. I hope you like this video, and I will be very curious to show you some more interesting videos like this in the future also. So do subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon if you like my content to stay updated with me. For the time being, goodbye guys, and I will see you all in the next one really soon.